Welcome to IQFeed Web Help Videos. My name is Curtis and I am a customer service rep here at Telvent DTN Customer Service. Today we'll be discussing our IQFeed Diagnostics utility system, and this is generally used for troubleshooting when we have problems connecting and making sure that data is actually properly coming into your system. To open up the diagnostics utility, we have two ways of reaching it. One is from the IQ Connection Manager icon, which is located down in your system tray here, and you can right click on it, go up to Support, and click on Launch Diagnostics to open up the diagnostics utility. The other way is from Start, All Programs, IQFeed 4817 or whatever current version you are running, and clicking on Diagnostics. Within the diagnostics utility, you'll have several tabs: IQ Connect, PC Info, Connectivity, Netstat, Port Tester, and Client Stats. The first section is IQ Connect tab, which will actually allow us to actually connect and test the IQFeed connection coming in from our servers to your computer. To use the diagnostics connection, what we would do is type in the symbol, or we can leave it as default, which will be Microsoft symbol of MSFT. To check the connection, all you would do is hit the test button, and what we should get is check marks all the way down the left hand side. Depending on what symbol you are using, if it is the default or a different symbol like a futures contract, the DTN News Lookup COM may or may not check in. And this is just due to not either having news for that particular symbol or not. On the right hand side, once we do have the check marks, you'll have several different tabs. Test log is the log shows that we are actually able to get connected properly to IQFeed. Account info will actually show some information about your account, as in the service type, if it will show should show real time, the quote server you are actually connected to, the account status if it's good, maximum symbols that you should be allowed to receive, enable the exchanges, and any account flags that are on the account. The next tab is the streaming quote tab. This will actually show raw quote data coming through, and as you can see, since the markets are pretty much closed for right now, we're not seeing a whole lot of data as you can see, but we are getting news coming through. Symbol lookup COM will actually show any symbols that are relating to that particular symbol that you entered into the test equity field. And as you can see, we have several different options showing up as well as the underlying equity. Option change COM will actually show for equities all the available options that are available for that particular equity. This will not work for futures, so it is equities only. News COM will show any current news articles coming up for that particular symbol. IQFeed COM is actually used by our API developers and generally not needed for regular IQFeed customers. The history tab will actually show several seconds of ticket history for the particular symbol that you have requested. And finally, within the upper section here of IQ Connect, we have the ability to disable our auto sign-in capabilities of the IQ connection screen, and we can also enable or disable logging, which is generally disabled by default. The logging field will actually create a text file within the IQFeed directory that we will use here in customer service to do troubleshooting if we do have any problems. The next section is our PC Info tab. This will actually display information about your system as well as versions of IQFeed that you are currently running. Connectivity will actually give us the ability to ping both of our servers and run a trace route. The ping test will actually ping both sets of servers, our 156 servers and the 148 servers, and give us a proper connection, show if we are able to ping and get a reply back from those servers. Trace route will actually show how many hops are actually coming through from your computer to our servers. And this will actually vary in size and hops depending on how far away and how close you are to those servers. The Netstat tab will actually show all TCP UDP connections on your computer currently. And as we expand it out here, you'll actually see if you are currently connected to IQFeed, you'll see several of these lines in color. These colors are generally not needed unless you are speaking to one of us reps here in customer service, and we can determine what is actually causing any problems that you may be having. The port tester tab will actually show if you are able to actually connect to the ports that we use for IQFeed. And these ports are as follows, and we'll load them here from the registry. Level 1 is 5009, level 2 data is 9200, our lookup port is 9100, and our administrator port is 9300. Generally, we'll use this to make sure that the ports that we are using are available and not in use by any other software. Finally, that is followed up by the Client Stats tab, and this is a new addition to the Diagnostics utility in version 4.817, and this will actually show you any all connections to IQFeed, whether it's your third-party software or DTN IQ. As you can see here, it will even show the Diagnostics utility if we reconnected the Diagnostics to IQ, and this will actually give you a breakdown of the different sections that it's actually pulling data for, and will show you kilobytes sent to the software, kilobytes per second sent to the software, if any data is being queued, how much data has been received, and number of symbols. This has been the Diagnostics utility for IQFeed, and if you do have any problems or questions, certainly contact us here in customer service, and we will be happy to help you. Thank you.